Hello. My name is Stephen Crane, and I was born here in Newark, New Jersey, on November 1st, 1871. I lived at number 14, Mulberry Place with my 13 siblings. My mother died when I was 19, and my father a few years before. Now, my books. I showed Symbolism, Impressionism, and Naturalism in my works. But we will get to that later. I published my first novel, Maggie, A Girl of the Streets, in 1893. My keen observations of the harrowing lives of those in some of New York's poorest neighborhoods led me to write this novel. The story centers on Maggie Johnson, a pretty young woman who struggles to survive the brutal environment of the Bowery, a New York City slum, at the end of the 19th century. This was the first of many harsh in fate books that I have written. Next, The Red Badge of Courage, a war novel, was published in 1895. This is about a Civil War Union soldier who struggles to find the courage to fight in the heat of battle. The Red Badge of Courage became an immediate success right after it was published. Maggie, A Girl of the Streets, and The Red Badge of Courage were two of the many novels that I wrote, but my work also had involved many short stories, mostly about my life, including The Open Boat, which was published in 1897. In this book I show symbolism. The story tells of the travels of four men shipwrecked at sea who must make their way to shore in a dinghy, which is based on an actual event that I experienced. It is often classified as a work of naturalism. The Open Boat has proved an enduring classic that speaks to the timeless experience of suffering a close call with death. Symbolism is representing things with symbolic meaning. Naturalism is factual or realistic representation of actual human circumstances. Impressionism is show not tell, you're describing the subject, not giving it away in words. Besides writing novels and short stories, I also did a lot of poetry, and wrote quotes like, "A man said to the universe, 'Sir, I exist. However,' replied the universe, 'the fact has not created in me a sense of obligation. There was, before me, mile upon mile of snow, ice, burning sand. And yet I could look beyond all this, to a place of infinite beauty, and I could see the loveliness of her who walked in the shade of the trees. When I gazed, all was lost but this place of beauty in her. When I gazed, and in my gazing, desired, then came again mile upon mile, of snow, ice, burning sand.'" Thank you for listening.